Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I'm Arpita Karwa and today in this video, I'm going to talk about how you can prepare for UGC NET exam in just 30 days. UGC NET exam is right around the corner and I'm pretty sure that all of you must be very worried and anxious about how you are going to complete the humongous syllabus of paper 1 and paper 2 in the next 30 days. And that is where this video is going to help you, because in this particular video I'm going to give you a complete roadmap on how you can cover the humongous syllabus of paper 1 in just 30 days and how you can score full marks in paper 1 by using the next 30 days. So without any further delay, let's jump right into the topic. Now, before I give you a complete study plan for the next 30 days, I would want to quickly focus on one important question, which is that why should you even focus on paper 1 preparation in the last 30 days when you are already struggling with the syllabus completion of paper 2? Because a lot of students come to me and they say that we have not been able to cover the entire syllabus of paper 2 and there are so many topics remaining. We would want to utilize the next 30 days in preparing that, and that is when they ask me that, Arpita ma'am, is it okay if we neglect paper 1 and solely focus on paper 2 preparation in the next 30 days? Because we are confident that just by completing paper 2 syllabus, we'll be able to clear NET as well as JRF. And that is where I tell them a very important thing that came to me after my interaction with a lot of toppers in the past 10 years. So whenever I interact with UGC NET toppers, they all unanimously tell me one simple thing, that nobody can clear NET or JRF by just focusing on paper 1 or paper 2. You cannot just rely on one of these and think in your head that I'm going to clear this exam, because around 10 lakh students sit for this exam every 6 months. And that is the reason why this exam is extremely competitive and extremely difficult to crack. You cannot just feel that out of 100 questions in paper 2, you are going to attempt 75 or 80 correctly and get a JRF, because the levels of question, the difficulty level of the paper itself is so much that you need assistance of paper 1 and the score that you get from paper 1, that together paper 1 and paper 2 will help you clear the cutoff. Just by focusing on paper 2 or by focusing on paper 1, you cannot clear NET exam. So keep this straight in your head, because this is going to be your foundation for the next 30 days. You have to balance both paper 1 and paper 2 together in the next 30 days. And that is where I am going to help you out. I am going to give you a very simple strategy in today's video, using which you can devote minimum time in paper 1 and score maximum marks, so that the remaining time you can devote for your paper 2 preparation. So if you're ready, let's begin. Now friends, when you look at 1 month's time frame in which you have to cover 10 massive units of paper 1, this entire thing seems like a big problem. This looks like a big task. Now, what we have to essentially do is to just break down this big problem into small actionable steps. Because if you remember that very famous comedy series that we used to watch in our childhood, Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma, in that series there was a very beautiful line which said that प्रॉब्लम तो है सबके पास, बस नजरिए की है बात. सो आज इसी बड़ी सी प्रॉब्लम को हम एक बहुत अलग पर्सपेक्टिव, अलग नजरिए से देखने वाले हैं. So, rather than saying 1 month, can I say that I have 30 days with me, right? And rather than saying 10 massive units of paper 1, can I divide these 10 units into 33 chapters? So, essentially, when you do this, you have 30 days and you have to finish 33 chapters. So, essentially, you have to finish 1 chapter per day. Now, this seems like a doable task. This seems like something that I can do on a regular basis. And if you do this consistently for the next 30 days, you will be able to cover the entire syllabus of paper 1. How are you going to do it? How will we divide 10 units into 33 chapters? We are going to look at the next segment. But before that, let's get the foundation ready, which is that our task would be to finish 33 chapters, which encompasses all the 10 units of paper 1 in the next 30 days. That means 1 chapter per day. Okay, and with that note, we are going to dive deeper into the video where I am going to tell you a step-by-step process using which you will not just be able to cover the syllabus, but you will get enough time for practicing and for revising it as well. Okay friends, so now let us begin with the 3-step formula, using which you will be able to cover the entire syllabus of paper 1 in just 33 days. Now, the first step of this 3-step formula is to read one chapter per day. Those of you who don't know, I would want to tell you that I've recently written a book which covers the entire syllabus of paper 1 with McGraw-Hill Publication House, and that book is now an Amazon bestseller. It's a complete guidebook that gives you all the information that you need to crack UGC NET paper 1. The book is also being praised by big dignitaries, especially Mr. Dev Swaroop, who has been the former additional secretary of UGC New Delhi, and we were also very glad to present it to Mr. Bachchan recently. Now, the big thing about the book is that I have divided the 10 massive units of paper 1 into 33 chapters so that you do not feel overwhelmed when you look at a big unit of paper 1. Instead, you just have to look at one chapter per day. So, let's say there's a unit teaching aptitude. Now, rather than completing the entire unit in one day, I've divided that unit into 5 chapters. So, you have to read one chapter per day. So, when you read a smaller chapter or bite-sized chapter, it's easier for you to understand and grasp, and you don't feel overwhelmed to see so much content floating around you. So, that's the intention, and you can use the same strategy and go chapter by chapter, and in 33 days, you will be able to complete the entire syllabus. Now, I would also want to talk about 3 essential questions when it comes to step 1, that is learning. So, the first essential question is always focus on what to study. You have to understand the trend, pattern and the style in which the paper is designed, because a lot of time I've seen students who are studying from different sources, they read a lot of faltu content which is never asked in NET exam. Okay, they are going to mug up definitions, or they are going to mug up some statistics which is never asked. So you need to take out time to go through the PYQs and see that what kind of questions are asked from which particular topics. For example, if there is a topic, let's say communication, you have to see that what kind of questions are being asked from this particular unit. किस टॉपिक से किस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस पूछे जा रहे हैं, डेफिनेशन पूछी जा रही है, स्टैटिस्टिक्स पूछा जा रहा है, कोई और सब टॉपिक्स पूछे जा रहे हैं, ये सब आपको पता होना जरूरी है. सो नो मैटर विच रिसोर्स यू आर गोइंग टू टेक, try to first understand whether the book or the resource is relevant from exam point of view. That is what I did when I was writing this book down. I went through all the 10 years papers, tried to see that what kind of questions are being asked from which particular topics, and accordingly I have designed the content. Second important question is how much to study, because you know that paper 1 syllabus is so vast that even if you study for 7 births, you're not going to finish it. So you have to know how much depth you have to cover in each particular topic. For example, there's a topic called internet. Okay, they've just mentioned internet in the syllabus. Now, internet में इतने सारे terms हैं कि कौन से term पढ़ने हैं, कौन से नहीं पढ़ने, किस term के बारे में कितना पढ़ना है. A lot of time I've seen students who are going to waste so much time reading material from where questions are not asked, or they will skip material from where a lot of questions have been asked from the past years. And that is the reason why you have to define your own scope. And the third important question is how to study. Friends, understand UGC NET paper 1 is no more a ratification based exam where you can mug up and you can vomit it on the day of the exam. MCQs that are coming in the exams are so closely related that if you mug up without understanding, you will get confused between closely related options. And that is the reason why in my book what I've done is that I've given you clarity corner boxes where if there are two terms which are very similar yet different, I have tried to explain the terms and the differences and similarity by giving you real life examples. Okay, so it is very important that when you sit down to study, try to get your fundamentals strong. Try to get conceptual clarity. Don't try to mug up, because questions that are going to be asked will be application based. So if you do not understand it, you will not be able to apply the concept. Understand, friends, problems are always compartmentalized in the life, but solutions are holistic. So if you have understood a concept, you can solve as many questions from that topic as possible. Okay. So only after knowing the answers of these three questions, what to study, how much to study, and how to study. You should begin your preparation. Another important thing that a lot of students ask me, that in the step 1, when we have to read the chapters, do we have to make notes? You don't have to make notes. My book is written in a very, very simple manner. You can just highlight the essential points, which I've already done. I've used a lot of bullet points and a lot of examples so that you can understand things very, very quickly. So you don't need to make notes. Even if you want to make it, just try to highlight things in the book itself and you'll be good to go. So there are 2 important features that are added in the book which will help you in step 1. Number 1 are QR codes. So any topic which you cannot understand from the text, you have the option to scan the QR code and watch a video lecture of the same, so that you will get better understanding of the topic. And second is cinematic connections and real life examples. So we all love Bollywood, right? So I've given a lot of examples from different movies so that you can understand the topic in a better way. Also, I've given a lot of real life examples to explain each and every topic so that it becomes imprinted in your brain and you don't have to ratify the topics. Okay, so that is how we finish step 1. Now let us move to step 2. The next important step is to revise. Friends, I always tell my students that repetition is the mother of learning. So if you want to learn something, you have to repeat. Success is nothing but smart work into repetition. That is my definition of success. So if you really want to succeed in the upcoming NET exam, try to use smart work and try to revise or do multiple revisions. Always remember this one mantra: one topic, one book, one teacher, multiple revisions. ज़्यादा जगह से अगर आप पढ़ते हो, उस चक्कर में आपका रिविजन कॉम्प्रोमाइज होता है. दैट इज द रीजन व्हाई आई वुड रियली वांट दैट इन द नेक्स्ट 30 days stick to one study material and try to revise from that book or that study material again and again. Limit your resources. Understand, no paper is set from one book. There is no book in the market from which the entire question paper is set. All the books are just going to give you knowledge to perform well in the exam. You have to choose that one book from which you can understand things really well, and then you have to revise that book multiple times. Okay, so this should be your strategy. Every day you have to read one chapter, and before you start reading the next chapter the next day, you have to first revise whatever you have read on the previous day. So every day 30 minutes time you have to keep aside from your entire schedule to revise whatever you have studied the previous day, and this is going to help you consolidate the information in your brain. Here I would want to give you 2 quick tips. Number 1, when you will revise, you will forget a lot of information. So don't beat yourself down that कल ही तो ये पढ़ा था, आज याद कैसे नहीं है, because that's the purpose of revision. When you forget things, your mind is going to pressurize itself more to remember it, and that is how the revision helps you to memorize things quickly and for a longer period of time. So please don't expect yourself to remember too much information after first reading, and don't beat yourself down when you are forgetting things in the first revision cycle. Now, for those of you who bought my book, there are 2 beautiful features that will help you to revise effectively. Number 1 is chapter highlights. After the end of every chapter, there is a page wherein I've put all the important pointers which will help you to recall whatever you've studied in the entire chapter. And number 2, there are a lot of learning shortcuts, mnemonics, tables that are there in the chapter, which kinds of consolidates information in one particular area. So for example, if you want to remember all the channels of Swayam Prabha, then there is a table which will help you do that. If you want to remember all the protocols or conventions in the people and environment unit, then there is a table at the end of the chapter which will give you the exhaustive list of all the conventions and protocols that have been released around environment. And finally, we move on to the third step, which is solving PYQs. Practice, my friends, is very, very important. There are 2 important skills which are tested on the day of the exam. Number 1 is your knowledge of the topic, which you will get when you will read each of the chapters that are there in the book. That is step 1. Number 2 is your question solving skills, because there are different types of questions that you're going to encounter on the day of the exam. There will be questions where you will have to put the options in the correct sequence. There will be multiple selection options. There will be filling the blanks, match the columns, situation-based questions, statement conclusion, assertion reason. And to solve all these types of questions, you should know how to approach a question. For example, if you're looking at application-based questions, then you have to apply the concept there. So you should know how are you going to apply the concepts there. उस situation में आप कैसे apply करोगे? There will be questions which will need your presence of mind. There will be questions which will integrate different units together. Teaching aptitude, research aptitude, ICT, तीनों को मिला के आपको एक क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया जाएगा from learning management system, which is essentially a topic from teaching aptitude, but since it has to do with computer, it is also related to ICT. So integrated topics भी आपसे पूछे जाते हैं. And most of the times you will see in online exam that the question is very lengthy and very confusing. And sometimes there are also very ambiguous terms in the question. So by practicing questions on a regular basis, you will understand how to use your knowledge in applying into those particular situations. So for that, what we have done is that we have given you topic-wise questions. So whenever you are going to read a topic from my book, there will be a quiz station, a small box wherein there will be few questions from that particular topic, so that you can, at the very time after completing the topic, you can check your understanding. Then after the end of the unit, you will have unit end questions which also have detailed solutions. So if in case you have answered a question in a wrong manner, you can scan the QR code, get a detailed PDF wherein each question and the detailed solution is explained, so that you can read the solution and see why did you answer that in the wrong manner. Okay. Apart from that, my book also has some very interesting pages in the beginning of the book, which is related to how to make a study timetable, trend analysis of the paper, how to attempt the exam, and how to clear UGC NET in first attempt. So if you have a copy of my book, don't forget to read all these articles in the beginning. This will really help you score high marks in the next UGC NET exam. So friends, with that note, I would like to take your leave. I've given you a 3-step formula which will really help you to score 100 on 100 in the next UGC NET exam. So make sure you apply the 3-step learning formula, which begins with learning, then revising, and then practicing. Make sure you do not skip any of the 3 steps, and I'm sure that you are going to make us all proud. That's it from my side for this video lecture. I'll meet you very soon in the next video lecture. Till the time we meet next, happy learning, keep loving literature, and stay tuned to arpitakarwa.com.